Annie, did you hear? About your friend from when you were little. I heard she's living with her mother-in-law now. She's so mature for her age, taking responsibility to look after her mother-in-law.
Oh.
What was her name again? The one who lived in those run-down apartments.
Brianna?
Yeah, that's it. Brianna. Her mother-in-law needs a lot of care and needed someone to look after her. So that sweet girl thought it would be a good idea if her mother-in-law moved in with her so she could take care of her.
Whatever. That kind of sounds like you now that you're living with Jake and his wife. You should be thankful your son is kind enough to let you live with them.
I know. At least one of my sons cares about his little old mother. I always said that I thought you and Brianna should have gotten married.
I don't remember that. I do remember you telling me never to go over to her apartment to play, though.
Why would I ever say that? I remember ever since you were a teenager, you totally cut ties with her. But before that, you were best buds.
The reason I lost touch with her is because you came over to her apartment, running and screaming, saying that you didn't want me anywhere near those poor people apartments while we were playing together. You said, "I never want you playing with my son ever again." You embarrassed me in front of everyone who lived there.
I would never say that. You must not be remembering it since you were so little when it happened.
I remember it clear as day. Thanks to you, all the kids called me a mama's boy after that. It was horrible.
No, you're exaggerating. I always had a good feeling about Brianna. Ever since she was little, I knew.
Knew what?
I knew she was the type of person who really cares about others, and I was right. She's going through the trouble of looking after her mother-in-law.
What are you talking about? You're the one who told me I couldn't play with her anymore. You really hurt her feelings that day. We were still in kindergarten. What are you talking about? I always knew she'd take care of her mother-in-law.
I just think you need to find a girl that's nice, like Brianna.
What are you trying to say? Are you complaining about Erica? You've been gossiping with Jake's wife, haven't you?
No. I didn't do anything like that.
I really don't know or care why you're saying any of this. But I don't need my mother to give me any love advice. It's giving me the creeps. I'm leaving on a business trip tomorrow, and I need to finish packing. Let's end this conversation.
Who are you? And what have you done with my precious son? You never used to talk to your mother this way. Is it too much to ask for a mother to want to spend time with her family?
Babe? Babe! Joe, are you there?
What's wrong? Calm down.
Your mom showed up out of nowhere. She said I'm moving in. What's going on? Do you know about this?
What? Are you serious? I promise I had no idea. Is she there right now?
Yeah. She showed up with a bunch of suitcases. She said the moving van is coming later.
Please tell me you're lying.
No, it's true. I wish it were a lie.
Oh my gosh. What am I gonna do?
I'm really sorry to bother you with this while you're away on business.
I'm sorry, I can't come home right away. I'll be back the day after tomorrow. As soon as I get back, I'll have a long talk with her. Do you think you could tough it out until then? If you don't think you can tell her to leave.
It's just hard to say.
I know, honey, I'm so sorry.
That's not what I mean. I mean, it's hard to say what your mom said to me.
What? What did she say to you?
She said she was here so she could take out the trash.
What's that supposed to mean?
She said from now on, only family can live here. She made it seem like I wasn't welcome.
She really said that to you? My mom said that.
Yeah, she did. When she first came over, I thought she was going to literally throw me out of the house. So I packed my bags and left.
What? So where are you right now?
Don't worry, I'm fine. I'm out of the house, but I'm about to get a room at a hotel. I'm really sorry to make you worry. Guess your mom really hates me. I had no idea.
I really can't believe this.
I know, right?
Why is she being such a bully to you?
I don't get it. This is the first time she's ever been like this towards me.
I'm so sorry, I really am. I should have known she would do something like this.
You don't need to apologize. There's no way you could have known, especially with how busy you've been at work. I should have been more upfront with your mother.
I must have given her some false impression that I wanted her to move in with us. I'm really so sorry.
You're on my side, though, aren't you?
Of course I am. For the longest time, I've kind of been able to ignore her when she gets crazy like this. Even when I was really young, she'd pull crazy stunts like this. I never thought she'd target her craziness at you.
I see. Actually, this isn't the first time she's been like this to me.
Oh, please tell me what happened.
Well, the other day I went over to your mom's place, right? She said she needed help in the garden, so I went over. I'm sorry I never told you this. You probably should have known that I was going over there.
None of this is your fault. You don't have to apologize. If this wasn't the first time she's been a bully to you, it won't be the last. Please, tell me every detail.
Your grandma was there too, actually. She said that we should all have dinner together that night. So your mom said she'd order some food to the house. But when it got delivered, there wasn't any for me.
My mom was the one who was in charge of ordering it?
Yeah, her exact words were, "I'll take care of ordering dinner. You just sit back and relax." Luckily, your grandma caught on to what your mom did right away. When your mom wasn't around, your grandma said to me, "I can't believe she would be so cruel to her own daughter-in-law."
I can't believe she did that to you.
I don't think I've ever said a bad word about your mom before. Do you remember that funeral we went to a while back? A couple of your relatives came up to me and said, "You better treat your mother-in-law right. She's a wonderful woman."
What? I had no idea they said that to you. I'm sorry.
It's okay, I could take it. Although, there was that one time your mom insulted my parents. That was the first time I really thought she might not be the angel people make her out to be.
She talked bad about your parents? What is she thinking? I'm really sorry about all of this. I feel like I need to apologize over and over for her.
Now you're the one who's apologizing.
Yeah, I know. Even though I said you didn't need to.
Oh well. I'm just so happy you believed me and that you're on my side.
Yeah, but right now all I can do is apologize. I'll call you after I finish work.
Oh, you're taking your lunch break right now, right? I'm sorry I took up all your time.
Don't worry about that. You've already been through a lot today. Don't worry about me. Did you find a hotel yet?
Yep. I think I can check in soon, so I'll make my way over in a little bit.
Do you need any money?
Nope, I'm fine.
Tonight when I call you, let's figure out what we're gonna do next. I'll text my mom right away.
Sounds good. Kenny, thank you so much for being on my side.
Mom!
Oh, hey, Kenny. Working hard or hardly working, eh?
I don't need any of your sarcasm right now. Were you planning this all along? Were you waiting until I was away to do this?
Whatever do you mean, son?
I mean, you thinking you could just move in with us. I thought you were living with Jake and his wife. Erica told me everything. She said you just showed up unannounced with all your stuff.
I thought you'd feel lonely living with just her and not having any family around. So I took it upon myself to come keep you company. The moving company is bringing the rest of my stuff over later.
What were you thinking?
Erica was very rude and didn't help me at all moving things into your place. And then she just disappeared. What is going through that little head of hers?
Cut it out. Don't move anything else into our place. What's the moving company? I'm gonna call and cancel right now.
Don't do that. Since your little wife ran off when there was work to be done, I had to ask the nice movers to help me.
You think it's okay to just show up unannounced to decide you're living with us now?
What do you mean unannounced? I always said how nice it was for family to live together, right? Even if we're all packed like sardines in this little house of yours.
Are you listening to me? It's not meant for 3 people. It's only big enough for me and Erica.
Yeah, the 2 of you. By the way, what's that storage room near the front door? There's a bunch of clutter all over, and I'm gonna throw it all in there.
What do you mean, clutter?
I'm obviously going to be taking the master bedroom. So everything that I don't want is going into that storage room.
That storage room is where Erica keeps her stuff. But it doesn't matter. Just go home. I'm serious.
I'm staying right where I am. Especially since it seems like Erica ran off somewhere. I think you should really find someone better than her.
She ran away because you took over our house. Stop being so selfish.
Is that right? I think she really left for good. She packed all her stuff in a big suitcase and walked right out the door. I don't think she's ever coming back. Her entire dresser is empty.
Why are you looking through her dresser?
I didn't. I watched her clear it out. I saw those underwear of hers.
What?
All of it was totally indecent. I almost fainted when I saw it. I bet she ran off with another man, knowing that you'd be out of town for the weekend. I can tell she's that type of woman. You're lucky I'm here right now.
Enough. I know you said to her you were there to take out the trash. I know what you meant. That's why she left. You're doing all of this on purpose. Taking out the trash? I'm the one who needs to clean up the mess you made.
Don't say things like that.
How could you bully her like this?
Because that girl has no idea what it takes to be a proper wife. It's probably because of where she was brought up. I know her kind, and I can't stand people like her.
Just because you don't like her, you think it's okay to harass her? That's what you think, don't you?
She's disrespectful and indecent. You have to know that, too. She was raised in those low-income housing apartments.
Do you realize how crazy you sound? Going through her dresser, talking about her underwear, talking bad about her straight to me? You really need to take a hard look at yourself in the mirror.
How could you say such a thing to your mother? She's rubbed off on you. I was afraid of this.
You've gone too far.
I knew she was no good for you. Her parents didn't raise her right. No matter how much of an act she puts on for you, she'll eventually show her true colors. I've been in shock since I came over, and I saw what she was really like.
I said you've gone too far. I just talked with Jake.
Oh, really? He must be worried about her, too. But your brother has his own problems. Sticking up for his awful wife being one of them.
He said he kicked you out of their house because you bullied his wife, too. Of course he's gonna stick up for his wife. His wife did nothing to you.
Did she tell you all of that?
No, Jake did.
Just listen to this. I really wanted to just live as a family with your brother. That was until that terrible woman got in the way. She acted like her and Jake were real family.
Yes, they are a family.
Yeah, right. Me and Jake have way more family history than he does with her.
Family history? What are you saying? That doesn't matter. Jake and his wife are family, just like Erica and I are.
Now listen to yourself. You need to accept that your little wife ran off. Why don't you be a good little boy and come home to Mommy? Oh, I just had a great idea. Why don't we ask your brother to live here with us too? We can be one big happy family.
Get out of our house. I already told you, Erica is my family now.
Don't be ridiculous.
You're the one that's being ridiculous. I have to worry about my life with Erica now. I'm a grown, married man. I'm not going to let you live with us.
I knew it. You really changed, haven't you? You're breaking your mother's heart.
And you're as crazy as always. Always selfishly doing whatever you want. You think the world revolves around you. Every time I talk to you, it's like pulling teeth.
How dare you say that? Is that any way to speak to your mother?
Like I said, get out of our house. I want you gone before I get back from my business trip. That's our home, not yours.
I told you to dump that low-life girl. Once you have kids, you're really trapped.
I really think you should stop insulting her like that. I think you must be missing something. Do you really know where she was brought up?
Yeah, in those rundown low-income housing projects. I know all about the type of people that live there.
Those rundown apartments are reserved for high-ranking government officials.
Huh? What are you talking about?
Erica's parents, who you were so quick to badmouth, are both judges. And so were my friend Brianna's parents. They all lived there. Don't you remember how much we talked about this when you met them for the first time? You're living in your own little world. You ignore everyone around you and believe what you want to. You're a complete laughingstock.
Laughingstock? Me?
Yeah, you. It's honestly so embarrassing. Do you finally have a grip on reality now? I'll say it one last time. You are absolutely not living with us.
What am I supposed to do?
I think you're also forgetting a very important point. I'm not legally your son anymore. I legally changed my last name to Erica's. Now there's nothing you can do. By the way, Erica bought that house before we were married. If you aren't going to leave, we're going to sue you for trespassing on private property.
Even though we're family? You'd really do that?
You said it yourself. Erica isn't family. You said that, didn't you? And you better know that once we sue you, the judge that's going to be on stand is your own father. So I'd get out of there if I were you.
Just hang on a second.
You're not living with us, and Jake kicked you out of his place. I guess you have nowhere else to go. Well, unless you live with Grandma.
No way! Living with her is like torture. We never got along. Don't mention any of this to her.
Why not? She's your mother, isn't she? You have way more of that family history with her than any of us. Wow, you'd really be getting what you wanted. Finally living with family. I told my grandma everything that happened. As soon as I did, she dropped everything and went over to my house. When I checked my phone after work, I had a text from Erica saying, "Your grandma was nice enough to offer to let me stay with her." My grandma practically dragged my mom, kicking and screaming, out of my house. My mom was wailing, saying, "I just want to live with my family." I heard all about it when I called Erica that night. She also said, "I declined your grandma's kind offer to let me stay since I already got a hotel room. But I want to go give your mother a piece of my mind. That's our house, not hers." But as soon as she got there and saw the battle going on between my mom and Grandma, she changed her mind. When I got home from my business trip, I made sure to apologize to Erica face to face for everything my mom put her through. She replied, "Well, maybe your mom was right. This house might be too small for 3 people. I think it might be time to find a bigger place," she said, smiling and holding her stomach.